Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here to the start of this week's Fan Fridays, where we are leading off with some battles from Slothy, Pig. This guy is absolutely crazy. We've battled before. He's also been on Fan Fridays before. Pretty much just the Z Yawn Togekiss. What is he going to bring now in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? Especially when there's like an Emolga chill in there. How crazy is that Chandelure? What's the follow-up there? Could just be like mass amounts of damage. Who even knows? Emolga does have the Baton Pass. Are we gonna like see Z move Baton Pass into something? I don't think this is the Z on Togekiss, because this is supposed to be like Emolga shenanigans, but it's a Togekiss versus Togekiss matchup. I'm out of ideas. But that Air Slash tells me that maybe Slothy Pig has picked up a little from me and has decided to go for a Scarf Togekiss of his own. And that opponent Togekiss doing much more damage. So like, Tank Togekiss from the opponent doesn't want to get out flinched maybe. And then yeah, the way that this Togekiss took more damage wants to make me think this is more sweeper Togekiss. So bring in the Raikou as a response. Raikou is just going to miss that Air Slash right there. And Togekiss will switch out. So that's actually a really good time to bring in the Emolga. Good synergy right there. Because it has like the motor drive. Yeah. I know my stuff when it comes to Pokemon. So free speed on the Emolga just like that, and that's covering for the weaknesses of your Togekiss. And I imagine against Tapu Koko, just anything electric that wants to hurt it, Emolga's pretty free. So gets to just use that substitute, kind of fish out what's going on from the opponent. So still has some good amount of damage, enough to break the sub outside of that. Life Orb will tick down on the Raikou, and now here it is. What Z move is the Emolga going to use? All right. Waiting for that stat boost. It's evasion. Uh-oh. Z Flash. I love it. That reminds me of the Ninjask. I was like, I didn't want to say Shedinja or anything like that. Yeah, the Ninjask. It was like Z Sand Attack. So the idea behind a Z evasion move is you're effectively just destroying your opponent's hopes of hitting you. And it gives you a free something. So in this case, free substitute. You pretty much just spam it until they miss, or you find an opportunity. And also, Emolga does have the Roost. So, yeah, this is just wrong. This is wrong! It's the same thing. It's the same thing as a Ninjask. And I'd imagine just on a tankier Pokemon, or on something that can do this weird little setup with the Togekiss that really covers well. So, Substitute's going to take damage right there. Super effective. Sub's going to fade. But again, like, all you need is the miss for the sub, a Roost comes in, and then you're able to just do this infinitely. So we're good right there. Greninja's going to use that Ice Beam. There's the miss right there. So yeah, like, they either switch or they miss, and if they stay in on the Flash, it's over. Also, depending on the Pokemon you're going up against, sometimes it's just better to use the Flash, because the way that, like, there's diminishing returns, especially when it comes to evasion. Game Freak hates evasion, so there's massive amounts of diminishing returns on that. So I'd Flash the opponent in this case, just to give myself that better chance that they miss, but then they could switch out, and then there's a less chance that, or then like you effectively lost that turn, but on a free switch. It's kind of weird what these back and forths do, but not even taking the Roost. Okay. So we have Substitute, Flash, Double Team. I guess there can't be a Roost. There has to be Baton Pass. So I guess you just run it until you're down to your last hit points, and then you go, fine, I'm going to give my Chandelure max evasion, and it's probably, I think Choice Specs is a little too risky, because you don't want to specs into the Chandelure with all these stats, and then have it go wrong. And that wasn't even enough to take out the Emolga either. Okay. So Togekiss making this one pretty bad right here. I'm trying to think about, like, what does the Emolga bring that the Ninjask doesn't, except for that motor drive? Because without that speed boost, some things could outspeed you. But the Ninjask, you're also just baton passing all that speed with the evasion, and then things get pretty scary. But Sub's gonna break. That's gonna be the substitute right there, getting reset. Aura Sphere comes through, not gonna break the subs. I mean, I guess you just baton pass the sub for like free, yeah. And then also if the opponent's using the Aura Sphere like that, it's either not going to do any damage to Togekiss, or Chandelure is going to be very happy. And it is the Chandelure, because there's still a Raikou. You don't want that Raikou to like punch through your Togekiss and KO after all that setup. And that's gonna be the Aura Sphere, but it doesn't affect. So now the opponent is done. It's just done. So that's going to be Togekiss being switched out. Greninja coming in, trying to go for that super effective matchup, but I don't think it really matters too much. And Chandelure's also sitting on a Calm Mind. So no specs, no Scarf, nothing else needed when you can gain damage like that. I'd be happy to see a Bright Powder. Just making sure the opponent misses even more. And then at that point, it doesn't matter. Energy Ball, Rex, Greninja. Protean's going to make that water typing happen. Chandelure avoids it. There's going to be, there's the Energy Ball. We got Shadow Ball to, like, just stab down everything else. And the game's over at that point. Like, Chandelure has insane amounts of damage. But then when you're just adding insane amounts of damage to all of this other stuff going on, it's pretty tough. So yeah, why have Chandelure use Minimize when you can just baton pass the effective Minimize onto the Chandelure and then do filthy things? And also, why do that? I feel like, come on, you could just two-shot the Raikou. Even if Raikou goes for Calm Mind, you're okay. But not just styling for the damage. And Raikou has extra sensory, but it's gonna miss. And that's bad. Also, Chandelure's getting a +1 to its speed boost. So, I guess you're just playing the odds right there. Likely, they're bringing a Raikou. Likely, they're bringing Tapu Koko. Likely, there's an electric move that's going to take out that Togekiss if it isn't an ice-type move or something, and that's going to be battles. Let's go into some more battles with this crazy, stupid filth. Okay, so now things look like they're going to be very interesting. So finishing off, like, the electric trifecta, we have the Thundurus, but also now, instead of a Chandelure, there's an Aegislash. I can't imagine anything that would end a battle sooner than an Aegislash with max evasion. Like, that's stupid right there. So Aegislash can already carry on its own. You give it that little bit of extra support. Yeah, Chandelure did fine, but Aegislash coming in is really ridiculous. Now, one thing, I want to do a play-by-play before we get into the battle that has like a really interesting breakdown is the Togekiss versus Gallade. Because Mega Gallade has 2-shot potential on that Ice Punch, and it also has the Inner Focus, so the Pokemon can't flinch. However, Togekiss with the Scarf just naturally outspeeds and then just dunks on it, but it's only 2-hit KO. So the idea is like Air Slash, Mega Gallade doesn't flinch, throws down the Ice Punch doesn't KO, Air Slash KOs. That's kind of the follow-up that you can get into with these Mega Gallade matchups. However, if Gallade has Steadfast, then that means Gallade is going to grab the Speed Boost after getting flinched, and then will Mega into an outspeed, so Ice Punch KOs. So it's kind of like a weird back and forth right there, and we're going to see what ends up happening in this battle. It's just that since I run the Togekiss a lot, I've ran into a few Gallades, and the matches just go weird from my experience. So we're going to see how this one ends up playing out, or yeah, like the idea is to bait out the Thundurus, because what better way to bring in the Thundurus than that? And yeah, and also maybe Gallade will run like a hit point invest, like max hit point invest Gallade over the speed could also be pretty good because Gallade naturally has a slow amount of speed, but you want the most out of that 110 with the Jolly. So there's like some weird back and forth that could happen with that Mega Gallade, but the instant Mega, so it looks like things are gonna go well for the Togekiss, and Togekiss takes that Dazzling Gleam. Okay, so just Dazzling Gleam, crit KO, looks like all of my numbers didn't even matter. But that's going to be the response for the Thundurus. I'm wondering if maybe that was it, like just seeing the Thundurus, knowing that Gallade usually loses that matchup, so just kind of like using that Dazzling Gleam for the switch. But now Emolga comes in, and that's it, like electric type Pokemon. The opponent has electric, and it's usually bad, except, alright, now we actually get to see how this plays when Emolga doesn't get that instant boost and comes into a big hit. Actually switches out right there, and then into the Aegislash. Sludge Wave. Okay, so yeah, if it works, it works. And then that's how you have the Steel-type Pokemon to cover for the poison hits against the Togekiss. Aegislash does not take too much damage from that discharge. It looks like this isn't even about the Emolga right now. It's just Aegislash going big on that Swords Dance and then switching out for the bait into Emolga. That's filthy. That's wrong. That's disgusting. No, you should not be allowed to do that. That's, oh. And that's like the perfect bait, because who's going to give up a +2 Swords Dance on the Aegislash? No one. Except for Slothy Pig, who wants this Emolga to get set up more than anything. I mean, that's your win condition. Your win condition is the evasion on the Emolga with the Aegislash, not the +0'd out Aegislash, you know. You got to make sure the Emolga's winning the game for you. So there's the Z-Flash, and now, boom. Evasion, lack of accuracy. Buzzwole's not going to be able to do much, and even if Buzzwole's going for the setup, that's the last thing that Buzzwole needs to be doing in this situation. It might have the Ice Punch, but I mean, even then. Stone Edge. No! That's bad! That's worse! That means you're starting off with a lower base accuracy, and then Emolga also has Charge Beam. Wait. Flash, evasion, so... I'm kind of confused right now. Did I miss a move slot at some point? Or is this a different Emolga? Because I thought we already counted it out. That we go Z Flash, Double Team, Baton Pass, Substitute. That's 4. So why do we have a Charge Beam? Oh, now it's Flash. Okay, so getting rid of the evasion and then knowing just to spam Flash against the opponents instead. I would prefer the Roost, but I mean, then you can't evasion boost anyway, so that's weird. And now, giving the special attack with the reduced accuracy on the opponent, with the substitute, with the plus accuracy on ourselves, and then into the Togekiss. This is a much different set. But now it's a +1 Togekiss that's coming in full health. Sub's taking damage. Sub doesn't go down. And now Air Slash is actually threatening good amounts of damage. While outspeeding. While speed boosted. While all of this other stuff. I'm wondering if that means that this isn't Scarfed when the opponent... Okay, I'm very lost and very confused right there. I know Slothy Pig is going to have something in the comment section to say about my commentary on this one. Because I could have sworn that was like, you know, Scarf, Togekiss, lead for the fun. But I mean, if you're playing it the other way, if you turn Togekiss off of the Scarf, you go full tank, or maybe just like hit point speed. I don't know. That still did damage. So I don't know what this thing is. And then, like, yeah, you have the stats. That means you're still hitting pretty hard. If that Togekiss is tanky, it got a speed boost anyways, but still outsped. I mean, if you use that speed boost in Togekiss instead of Scarf, that gives you other tankiness options. And then it also lets you Roost or Air Slash or Double Team or do what you need to do. And then the battle was pretty much over from there. Because the +1 on that Togekiss, that's going to be Buzzwole one-shot, that's going to be Gallade one-shot, that's the opponent dealing with all these evasion issues, because now it's a +1 evasion, -1 accuracy, Togekiss still has sub, it can still tank. I think the opponent just got fed up. Ulysses over here, he looks like he was just like, I am tired of getting outplayed like this. Because the Psychic didn't hit the sub enough, he already got immune by the Sludge Wave, and then the Discharge gave him a speed boost. So it's like, you know what, I'm just outplayed, I'm capped right now. And that's going to be it. So guys, enjoy the start of this week's Fan Fridays, and I'll see you in the next one.